I'm going to read from a number of the Black American poets. And then, when I read from a story, you're going to say, ah! That's where he gets his good ideas. They come from poetry. Where did they come from? Poetry. Where did they come from? Poetry. Where do they come from? Poetry. 3 cheers for poetry is the way I always begin. And I begin with a poem by a wonderful Black American poet. And I ask everyone to say it, because in this poem, he tells you that you love who you are and that you love your people. So I teach everyone this poem, everyone. My people!
My people!
By Langston Hughes. The night is beautiful.
The night is beautiful.
So the faces of my people. The stars are beautiful.
The stars are beautiful.
So the eyes of my people.
So the eyes of my people.
Beautiful also is the sun.
Beautiful also is the sun.
Beautiful also are the souls of my people. Very good. That brings us all together. When I was very little, I began drawing right off. I can't remember a time when I have not been drawing and painting. And at first, I initiated it like a child. I drew on the sheets, on the walls, on the floors. And my dad said, no, 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 you draw on paper. And he would bring home papers from the print shop where he worked. So all through the early years, 10, 11, I was developing in drawing. Now, that also is the time of the Great Depression. And the government founded what they call the WPA, the Works Progress Administration, and they employed artists to teach in communities throughout the country. My parents, who could provide clothes, food, and shelter, they couldn't pay for art classes or music classes, but they sent all of us to the free classes. Boy, did I get encouragement. I tell the children, you need encouragement to grow. If you don't get it at home, knock on your neighbor's door. If they don't, knock on the next one. Keep knocking on doors till one of them opens up and encourages you. Because the things that you are doing which are creative, that's how you grow. And you must get past every obstacle. Keep going until you get that encouragement. Children need encouragement. In each of my books, I'm drawing upon what has been offered to me from the culture and art of the world. Children often ask me the question, did you win big awards? And I always tell them, yes, I received many wonderful awards along the way. But the greatest reward was when I brought my little ABC book home from kindergarten. And my mother hugged me. My dad spun me around. My friends and family all clapped, hooray, Ash, hooray, Ash. In kindergarten, he published a book. It was on that recognition and on that support that I built. But it was those little one-of-a-kind, limited editions that were the greatest of all rewards possible. I try to be like a child in what I do, and a child explores with all sorts of materials, with all sorts of ideas in many ways, and so my books will vary, and they are very influenced by the art of the world. I can't remember a time when I've not been drawing and painting, and even when I was in the Second World War, and we were on Normandy, when I got into the amphibious duck, first thing I did was take out my sketch pad and draw the other soldiers coming after me. So it's in that sense in which it was always a way of being able to affirm something positive, even in the most difficult of situations. And that's why I feel it's so wonderful for children to have that opportunity to make drawing, painting a part of their growing lives. I love all music. I love from the classical to jazz to folk music, whatever is in music and sound, because that's the way the child begins with music. It's the music, the voice, the spirit of sound, of the rhythms that play into the way they move, the way they grow. It's essential. Even the rhythm of our breathing, all of those things play into the music of our lives. When I am doing my work, it is for other people, and I want you to get the very finest aspect of anything I can do in what I would offer. So the passion in what you are doing, whatever the area of work, you always want to tap that essence of the love of what you are doing and the encouragement you will get in doing it well. He goes and he pukes up the cat so it comes back to life. And then he chews up Janie, and he's so mad, he pukes her up again. And then he eats her up again, and then he pukes her up again, and he can't eat her just once. That's not enough to punish her. And this is how the story ends.
Yes, we're moving, chasing that dream. We're walking down that freedom road, one step closer to the promised land. Oh, mama, it's been so hard. I look at the world and my heart gets heavy. She says, Charlie, keep your hands on the plow. You got to make a new way. Oh, Papa, it's been so long. A voice cries out, you're just not ready. He says, keep your eyes on the prize. You're gonna make it someday. Walking down that freedom road. Yes, we're
So if I come upon a story that I like, say like from Zambia, that was Rhodesia once in Africa, and it's about a blackbird, beautiful blackbird, and the translation says, the birds of Africa were all colors of the rainbow. When they met together, Ringdove asked all the birds, who is the most beautiful? Ringdove says, and he asked that question, all of them chant out, Blackbird is the most beautiful. How very black he is. I didn't need any more than that one line from that to develop Beautiful Blackbird, the story. I had grown up with black as a lousy color. In the folk tales where black comes into it, you come last, that's all that's left. That's what you get. Here was a story celebrating black. So that's how I did Beautiful Blackbird. So when I have walked the shores here, and I pick up shells, bones, driftwood, glass, that people who walk the shores will do, I could just pick them up as people do and have a bowl. When I put two shells together and put a barnacle for the eye, it was an African mask. That's how it began. When I did that puppet, I then looked at a piece of driftwood and I said, that's a mask. Or if I added this piece or that piece to it, that could be a mask. I was growing up in New York. My sister, the older of the two, I was very close to, and we would walk the streets and pick up things that people had thrown out and recreate them. Taking something that's cast off, that has no value, people think, it's useless, and finding a way of bringing it back in another form.
We pause now in our celebration to dedicate 9 sea glass window panels made by the hands of Ashley Bryan.
before. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. If I could, I surely would stand on a rock where Moses stood. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you.
Anywhere in the world would you choose to be? You know, I love New York, and I love the little island on which I live. Wherever I am, though, I try to make it the place where I want to be, because we have no guarantees about anything else. So I'll always be trying to find the richness into any place, into any situation in which I find myself. But I do love the little island, to walk the shores, to pick up things, to create from what I find, to look out to the ocean, to look up to the sky, to always be reminded of the primacy of nature.
And to hold on to, what is this? The spirit of the child. Never lose the child within you. I wake up each morning reminding myself of the spirit of excitement, of adventure and discovery of the child. I feel as long as I can keep that in me, I have no age. Now, in closing, there's one poem I close all my programs. It tells you things that come and go, and that what you create, that will always live in you. The stories you write, the poems, the way you've learned to run and to swim and to play basketball and to draw pictures, all of those live on in you. But everything else that you, the ice cream, the candies, the sand castles you build, they get washed away. And everybody says this poem with me. Things. Things. By Eloise Greenfield. Went to the corner. Walked in the store. Bought me some candy. Ain't got it no more. Ain't got it no more. Went to the beach. Played on the shore. Built me a sand house. Ain't got it no more. Ain't got it no more. Went to the kitchen. Lay down on the floor. Made me a poem. Still got it. Still got it. Still got it. Color on the outside, that's not what's on the inside. You don't act like me. You don't eat like me. You don't get down in the groove and move your feet like me. Black is beautiful, aha! Black is beautiful, aha! Thank you all. Thank you.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. light of love lights the darkness from above, shines on me and it shines on you, shows what the power of love can do. Shine my light both far and near, shine my light both bright and clear. If there's a dark corner in this land, I'm gonna let my little light shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Some say it's dark and we cannot see, but love lights the world for you and me. Some say turn around and just go hide, but we have the power to change the tide. Some call life a sad old story. We see a world that's bound for glory. The real power is yours and mine. Let your little light shine.